out your top 10. Next up will be qualifying for the Outlaws. Be coming up here in just a moment.
They seem kind of young to be outlaws. You would think there'd be more guns and sombreros and stuff, but not completely different thing here at the Bandolero Nationals.
And I tell you what, yesterday, I mean, they brought the battle, so they deserved that. But it was TJ Moon who was the victor in all that yesterday.
Well, you can see they're all lined up and pit out, getting ready to come out to do their group qualifying, 3 cars at a time so far. It's been very entertaining. We can hear Race Control next door telling them to spread apart. You want to get your best lap. You don't want to be held up by the competitor in front of you. You want to get a nice, clean lap, which basically they drive in a gigantic circle, don't they? I mean, to keep the RPMs up and as short as they can get around the track.
Yeah, and with these cars, I mean, momentum is so huge, too. So Race Control is trying to get them to do 2 things. Basically, they want them to come out at full speed, so, don't wait up. Don't have to let off the gas as you're, trying to spread out. But they do want them to get spread out. So they want them to build the momentum, but they also want them to be spread out. First group rolls on. And we've got, again, 3 cars per session here. That includes the number 11 of Ethan Jensen. Looks like the 110 on scoring. The 8 of Bristol Monroe and the 24 of Blake Michael.
So are you seeing the second lap being faster than the first lap because of the momentum you were speaking of?
Yeah, for the most part. The second lap is faster. Of course, we're seeing some slipping and sliding out of 4, and so you got to kind of manage that as well. But yeah, a lot of the times the second lap is going to be the faster one. As we see Ethan Jensen in the 110, 15.691, and that was his last lap, best lap. Blake Michael in the 24, 16.125, and Bristol Monroe with a 16.285. So a couple tenths between those drivers so far as the next group rolls out.
Some really, really good-looking cars out here. They've spared no expense to make sure that they present themselves well.
And we saw this 12 out here as well for some of our Bandolero events this year. That is Aspen Lang. 60 of Liam Hammond also on track now. And the third car out here is the 9 of TJ Moon. White flag now. Liam Hammond to the top of the board. 15.639. TJ Moon comes around. He goes to the top. No surprise there. 15.207. So he puts 4 tenths on him here. Aspen Lang right now 4th with a 15.705. And TJ Moon goes even faster. 15.193 to round out that session. So TJ Moon, top of the board with 6 cars complete, 15.193.
Guys, no surprise, TJ Moon fast, picked up the win yesterday. In fact, looking at time trial times, Camden Truitt yesterday set the track record here at a 15.094, if memory serves me. The current fast times in both divisions, still a tenth off of that. So he was hauling the mail yesterday. But TJ Moon, even in this neck of the woods, he's won a couple times this year up the Elko Speedway and looks to add Iowa to the list again after yesterday's national qualifier. 22 100-point wins so far this season. 19 of those count towards the national points, and this is one of those cats that's chasing him in the national point standings.
And right now, Moon with a perfect record, so he's going to be tough to beat here, but it can be done, and it can be done easily. All it takes is a little bit of a wobble, wiggle, or get into somebody else's mess as well. Right now on track, we've got the 2 of Dutch Vanderwall in qualifying. That just wrapped up. Dutch currently 9th overall. And from that group, looks like the 80 of Bryson Nichols went to second.
Get up to speed.
And we've also got the 3 of Landon Burbage. He went to third. Looks like those drivers separated by just about 2/10 on the top 3 there. And again, we're seeing for the most part, last lap is the fastest. Now we've got the 000 car.
I don't believe I've ever seen a 000. I've seen a 000. I've seen a 00. I've seen a 007. Never a 000.
That's the 000 of Lincoln Johnson. We've also got the 57 of Peyton Harbison. Taking the white flag here in qualifying. Again, big wiggle out of turn number 4. And we've got the Moo car, the MOO car. That is Lily Impellizzeri. Checkered flag comes out to Lincoln Johnson, second fastest in that group.
All those extra zeros didn't slow him down, huh?
Apparently not. Yeah, a lot of extra zeros in that group right there. 6 overall is the Moo car. And alrighty, looks like we have 2 groups of qualifying left. It'll be a group of 3 and then a group of 2. Green flag for them. That includes the 29 of Axel Audenhoff. We've also got the 41. And the 7 of Claire Stein with us as well.
And another car, number 5, in a similar paint scheme as Kyle Larson, shocker.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen that in our local weekly classes as well, so I think that's going to be something that we see kind of going forward. The 29, Axel Audenhoff, goes to 5th overall. With our last group rolling out onto track, Claire Stein looks like 14th overall. And the last 2 drivers to come out include the 24 of Colt Johnson and the 11 of Carter Stein.
Or the Circle 24, if he's going to do what Jim Burbridge out of Delhi used to do. The Circle 24, that's a pretty car.
It's a very pretty car, very fast car as well, guys. Colt used to live over in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. His father, Sean, actually used to be on the operations team at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He now works over at the Nashville Football Club Stadium in Nashville. And Colt, of course, followed. And now they race often at the Nashville Fairgrounds and elsewhere around the country, including here at the Hawkeye Down Speedway as he goes P4 on lap number 1. Keep your eye on that green and white 24. He, too, will be a threat this afternoon.
Checkered flag for the 24. It's close, but it's not enough. He goes to P2 for Colt Johnson. So it looks like TJ Moon is going to be our fast qualifier today with a 15.193. And the Outlaws, Colt Johnson, Lincoln Johnson, Bryson Nichols, and Landon Burbage rounding out your top 5.